Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
It is a very, very small list. And when I say small list, I mean like maybe 3 people, 2 maybe, that we actually get requests to have them come back in as guests.
They wonder where they're at.
Yeah. But
Your dad was on the list.
Right. But we couldn't get a hold of any of them, so we have Vrzal in here today.
That's fair.
Actually, no, you get more requests than anybody to have back on as a guest on our podcast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, before you guys got big time sellouts, you said I'd come on every Thursday.
We want that.
We still want that.
Paisan's exploding.
You're always delivering pies on Thursdays.
False. Lies.
That's not a lie.
That is
I tried to get in.
I don't work
to get you in.
Thursdays.
You're off all every Thursday?
I literally
I showed up
in
at
my
work
text,
last night at 8 p.m.
Wow. What'd you do all day?
delivered pies.
I went and ran errands.
Yeah.
And
And you go, was it Newman Grove? Is that where you go?
so we get pies from the City Cafe in Newman Grove,
There you
where
go.
where both my parents are from.
So you take pizza pies and you get actual pies.
No, they
Do you do
sometimes
that?
get them.
Sometimes?
Nope,
Oh.
they're just cash. I mean,
That's
it's
cool.
We're making sure, that's a small community.
Yeah.
So we're doing what we can to help them out.
That's awesome.
So then
though.
people then that is basically that's your dessert at Paisan's.
Correct.
Like,
Yep.
sweet. That's a great idea.
right?
So I think today, which is Friday, we
Homemade.
got peanut butter pie, Toll House, strawberry rhubarb, and peach crumble.
Oh, I
think
love a
are the
good
ones.
peach pie. What's your go-to?
Holy
What's your favorite pie, just in general? Peach pie is ridiculously good.
It is. I haven't had that in a long time.
I haven't had a bad one from them. They made me, when the Bears got Andy Dalton as their quarterback, they made me a thin mint pie
Is there a reason why?
because the Bears are shitty. And Andy
Are
Dalton,
Thin Mint shitty?
Andy Dalton sucks, and I like thin mints.
Was this was supposed to make you feel better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It was a consolation
the
prize.
Bears are
A
shitty.
consolation pie. Okay.
Because the Bears, with everything wrong with them, thought Andy Dalton was the effing answer to the question.
And here's your pie.
It said on there, sympathy pie.
That's funny. That's pretty.
Yeah, I laughed.
That's
I
very
ate the whole
funny.
thing.
Did you? Yeah, I bet you did. In your
Every
tears.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, I sit down and eat a whole pie.
So you're not looking forward to this next season?
No,
Yeah.
Not at all.
it'll be terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's gonna suck.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh no, okay. They got Justin Fields. They got Justin Fields in the draft, so I feel good about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's been keeping you busy, man? Besides work?
Well, we didn't.
Paisan's.
Yeah, we didn't close through any of the COVID, so we just stayed open. And having cut our teeth in carry out, we knew carry out really well, and so we just tried to be as accommodating to people as possible. We have a drive-through window that people could drive through if they didn't want to come inside.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to pull up and park curbside, then we walked it out.
Did not know you have a drive-through.
And then it's on the south side of the building.
Wow.
And
cool.
then if people wanted to come in, they came in.
Yeah.
Through it all, everybody handles stress differently. They ran out of, city people panic. Like the world is ending, so they all panicked. And so I made some calls to some people up north, and I said, hey, rubbing alcohol, sanitizer, everything is gone. I said, are those guys up north of you still running moonshine? And they said, yeah. I said, well, I need 2 jugs.
That'll work.
And they paused, and they were like, it's not that bad. I was like, oh, no. I said, this is not for consumption. This is for sanitizing.
I thought you were like, when Vrzal is lost it, man.
No. I said, so we mixed the shine and put some water in it and diluted it a little bit. But it's pure alcohol.
Yeah.
So now, thankfully, I don't tell this story till after it's all kind of over.
Right.
Because I didn't need the kids that work for me taking a little
polls.
spray bottle
Yeah.
and sniffing them on their tongue. Have a whole crew passed out in the back. But
Right.
Oh my God.
you got to find ways to adapt, and
Yeah.
we were fortunate enough to do that. And our customer base is awesome.
What's something that you like getting through that whole process that you learned
That
about your business or about whatever? I mean,
when you can take. So we had a meeting before it happened, and I looked at the kids. I'm like, okay, here's our choices. I said we can quit, and we can sit on the sideline, and we can let the world take over. I said we'll get our PPP. Everybody will be paid for a month and a half or 2.5 months. 2.5 months.
It
2.5
is.
months.
It was 2 months, 2.5 months.
It was 2.5 months. I said, and then we'll go from there. I said, or option B is we be adults. We don't step out of line. We do what we're supposed to. And for them, they knew they had curfew. So if you were out past 10, you had the potential to get in trouble, which it is what it is. They had in-home school, so they weren't leaving to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And
This was their avenue to get out.
Can we just stay open?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, great.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Here's the rules. And so I already have probably 30 dummy accounts on all forms of social media. So I follow them all already.
And they don't obviously know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and that was a unique thing. Like, we're talking about it, and I said, I follow all of you. I said, I just determine how far over the line you are before I have to comment on it. Because a couple of them freaked out. I was like, hey, if you're going to go fall down drunk, just don't wear your Paisan shirt. Like, or if you're going to be on.
That's just such a, that's a great rule.
That's a smart rule.
It's a very smart rule.
If you pass out and you're puking, like, just get out of your work shirt.
Yeah.
And so they're like, you don't follow us. I'm like, sure I do. Like, we look through all of our followers and you're on there. It's like, so you take me for such a fool that I'm going to put like an account that says Matt Vrzal, your boss, on here.
At Matt Vrzal, your boss.
Like, my tag is going to be at Paisan's owner.
They should know you way better than that.
Right? Oh, my God.
Have you busted anybody with that?
So they all go private, right? So they all think they're still go private. So on their little whiteboard, I was like, too late, dumbasses. I'm already on the inside.
Once you're there and you go private, everybody's locked in with you.
I'm inside.
Yeah.
And so then some of them got new accounts, which I found out, and they made new private accounts.
Some Sinstas.
Oh, my God.
But what they do then is they share it to the old account. I'm like, well, you're smart, but you're not that smart. So, yeah, so we got through that.
Oh, my God.
We had one instance of a kid that got it, but he had his family went out of town. And so he was out for 2 weeks anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, it was.
Otherwise,
we learned that we can be smart and we can be resilient and we can appreciate the people that come in and are our patrons. And we can make sure that they know that, I still screw stuff up. We still screw things up. Sure. Apologized, refunded, all that stuff. But, yeah,
it's so good.
We learned that we are lucky.
How great was it finally to have people back in the restaurant?
So we stayed about a step behind everybody. So when they went to 25%, we stayed carry out. When they went to 50, we stayed carry out. When they went to 75, we went to 25. Because I didn't want to go backwards. I didn't be like, all right, we're at 50. Oh, now everybody's got to go back to carry out.
That's smart, yeah.
And that was just the way we operated. Now to see the part that I love, which is just people back in and we can have conversations and we can laugh and that kind of stuff. And you get both sides of the spectrum. You get people that are nervous and keep the mask on until you bring the food to the table. You got people that do the shirt over the mouth thing until they sit down. They're like, all right, we're safe. I'm like, yep.
We're safe, we're good.
But it's like this week, on the 25th.
It's like home base.
On the 25th, you're supposed to be over. Yeah, it is like home base.
Safe. Everybody holding a tree, touching a tree in the backyard.
On the 25th, the mask thing's over.
Yeah.
Well, some people,
they'll wear it.
Like, so these 3-4 days matter. Like the 3-4 days, I can get it. And then so
right.
Yeah.
It's come as you are. If you wear your mask and sit down, great. If you don't, your choice. Yeah. But my staff will wear them till the 25th.
I've talked to people that are actually going to put masks back on in the fall, like because of the flu. They think it's going to help them protect themselves from the flu. So, but the thing is, if somebody's going to do that, people won't really look at them weird anymore. If this had been last year and people just wearing a mask at Target, like, what a weirdo. But now we're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's on you if you want to do it. Driving in your car by yourself is kind of extreme.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
You don't trust yourself or the air.
Where have I been today?
Or the air your car is inhaling.
I was walking into the dentist last week or Monday, and I'm just so used to having a mask on. I'm walking into the front door, and I went to spit my gum in the trash can, and I had my mask on still. Poof. Like it's time to get rid of those masks.
My favorite are just like the line pushers. Like, one dude showed up and he had, the only way I can describe it is like a fishnet stocking. Like his mask was a fishnet stocking.
It's like, so I got a mask on.
His whole mouth, everything, but it was just like little teeny tiny grits. I just looked and I said, I never in a million years thought you'd have been that guy. Right? Like, you're that guy, aren't you? He goes, I just don't get it. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to. Just
there you go.
If somebody does, just leave them alone.
That's something I've seen though. I've seen some people, they have those mingle masks, the clear ones.
Oh yeah.
I've seen those like
it's like a little cup underneath.
It has a little thing that it pushes away from here and then it comes up like across here.
Yeah, I don't quite.
But the air still goes over the top.
100%.
But it, for some people, that's all they want. Some people, the shields, but then the air goes out the bottom. Yeah. I mean, it's like everybody gets it. I think everybody's just trying to do what they got to do to get by.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it should do. We all got
Yeah.
to get along to get along.
Right.
So you might as well, if that's what it is, and that's what it is. We can all, you can be pissed. There's other stuff in your life will piss you off
There
eventually
you
too.
go.
So
Absolutely.
How's
Yeah.
your family? Good.
we're good, man. Everybody's buzzing along.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Good
I got
deal.
nothing. You guys been
Nothing?
busy?
Actually, yeah.
Very busy.
We got over 50 podcasts. It's
Nice.
almost 60, getting close.
Nice.
Got a couple new producers brought on board, some interns. We've gone from a party of 2 to
Yeah.
a party of 12
Yep.
now. So we've got,
Are you hazing the interns? Are we hazing them?
they don't come in on us.
Sasha. Oh, the interns. I'm thinking
The
Sasha.
interns,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sasha hazes them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's her
Nice.
job. She's in charge of the interns.
Who's the Harlan County guy? 51 County
Oh,
guy.
that would probably be, that's not Nick. Would that be
Tattooed.
Cam?
Tattooed.
That's Cam.
That's Cam.
Oh,
Used
is
to work
it?
with- yeah, we used to work up at the
At the station?
Oh, gotcha.
Big, tall
I
guy,
thought he looked
goofy guy.
familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Now
just
you're
came
just
on.
stealing employees.
That's right.
No, they-
You're a real company now.
They put him, they put,
You're a real company
You don't have to
now.
steal people that are willing.
it's not stealing when they're,
It's not kidnapping
Hello?
when they jump in the car.
It's like when I was in the financial services, they're like, you cannot call your former clients. I'm like, okay.
what if they
What
call
happens when they call me?
right.
Like, you have to document that. I'm like, oh, here's
Okay.
the phone log.
There
They
you
called
go.
me.
They called me. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously. So it is kind of fortuitous for us because some really talented people are sitting there not being utilized.
Yeah.
And it's like, we need you. So
So now, are they creating content for you?
these are one of them. Well, Cam's working with the clients that
Okay.
are coming in, like the businesses that are
Okay.
doing their podcasts. So he handles the studio. He takes care of all the scheduling that goes on. Sasha's,
You needed that.
we did
Yeah.
because
sure we
Sasha
did.
was doing that, and she was working with some of the network shows.
Yeah, you guys were beating Sasha like a rented mule.
And
Yeah.
she loves
Rented
it.
mule.
She does it. She loves it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that she
I was
gets
going to say
mad.
redhead stepchild, but that's probably too far
Rented
right
is
now.
better. Rented mule is fine.
2 years ago, you could have said that.
But not
Anymore, you
now.
can't say
Not
it
now.
anymore.
But we have this meeting where we look at what our capacity is, how many
Yep.
hours a week we're working, and she's always in the red,
Mm-hmm.
and she loves it because if she's not in the red, she feels like she's not working.
Yeah, now that
hard
Cam's taking all of that stuff,
Yeah.
she's like walking around here
Ooh.
cleaning stuff.
she's looking for work.
Who told you to get Sasha? Who
Who would say something like that?
Who was that
I
guy?
think Tommy Fraser did, didn't he?
I think it was. Yeah.
Who
I'm pretty sure
said
it
that
was.
you should just hire her right out of
Some
the
guy
gate?
named Verse.
I can't remember that guy's name.
It was over. Let's see, it was
That
about
guy-
a year ago.
That
Can't
at
remember that
Vrzal.
guy's
Didn't we
name.
start using her about a year ago?
Yeah. Oh, more than
Because
that.
she was, well, it was more than that actually,
Yeah.
because she was just doing freelance for us.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't afford to hire her at that point because
Okay.
she was looking for stuff too.
We discussed that though.
You know.
You could have afforded it. You just got to get creative.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
We could have, but it was heading that direction.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
So it was like
told you.
when this all happened, it was like, okay, here's part of the deal. Yeah, this is all going to happen, but she's coming with us.
Right.
And so we made room at the table for her for sure.
Just a
So-
rock star.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know many better. than her,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
She's been fantastic. And
So have you come
we're
up with an 8th day of the week so I can record a podcast for
right?
myself?
We need to do that.
8th day of the week.
We need that.
Like a Threens day, right?
Yeah.
Between Thursday
we
and
look
Wednesday.
we look at your podcast. You got a couple of them that are hanging out there, and we're just like, is he
Couple?
gonna come back? What's going to happen?
Oh, Foreman's probably out. We can't
Right.
do that
Yeah.
because he's
He's out.
Coach
and,
guy.
And he was doing another podcast.
Yeah, with Smith.
as well, and he had to drop that too because
Yeah.
of the coach thing.
Yeah.
And
If you're
then,
if you're open on Thursdays, just come on in, roll.
There
it.
you go.
Start rolling
Well, I
deep
got all
on
that
Thursdays.
equipment.
Oh, that's right. You do have
true.
that.
You broke the first one.
Yeah,
And then
I did
I
not
think
break
it's
the first one.
fixed.
It was defective from the factory. That was what we determined.
The 1 in 8 billion that they
Yeah.
make.
Yes.
Mine was the one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and it had 2 things wrong with it.
Gotcha.
but yeah,
And the only person that touched that was
All
you.
right, I couldn't believe it.
Okay.
Couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Just making sure.
shorted it.
Other
Out.
than the factory dudes, like we don't know what happened to that when they were packing it up. We don't know if they didn't drop it.
So yeah,
Was that
so
back
let's,
in the fort day? Did we have the fort at Paisan still? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
back right. All the pizza
We did
boxes.
run a little bit of a ghetto speakeasy for a while.
Yeah,
just for a while.
We had a cut. No,
Ambiance.
This is
Ghetto
this is legit.
speakeasy. What?
This is legit.
What?
Really?
So we had our pizza boxes because we were doing all carry out, right? So we had all the pizza boxes piled in the dining room,
Oh, okay.
and then one of the tables was in an L shape. And so a buddy of mine came in and he said, "Hey," he said, "we're like a month and a half into this thing. I haven't been out and had a beer with my buddies in a long time." He said, "Can we go sit in the fort and have some beers on Friday?" And I was like, "There's no way he's going to do this."
That's
And
hilarious.
so at 4:30 on a Friday, him and 3 other dudes show up. So I had to get table skirts so they couldn't see their legs. And they
Totally
got
get
so I
the
got them
speakeasy.
back in the corner, and like so all the pizza boxes are stacked up.
Yeah.
There. You can't see them.
Just get tore up.
and they just sit back there and knock out pitchers. The plan was fantastic
That is a good idea.
until they had to go to the bathroom.
Right.
And they got to come out of the fort. And then the people in line are like, what are those guys doing? I'm like, they're folding boxes.
Yeah.
They're from the back.
They're
folding
drunk,
boxes.
folding boxes.
Right. They're like, you have XYZ, former NFL player, and XYZ, former Husker
Yes.
teammate, folding boxes. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
It's pandemic,
Like,
man.
It's a lot, man.
That's right.
Like, we got a lot
Everybody's
of-
got to pitch
we
in.
got a lot of shit going on.
Everybody's got to pitch in.
We got a
But
lot
then-
of boxes.
So another dude comes in, he goes, what are they doing? I'm like, oh, they're folding boxes. He goes,
Yeah.
they're not folding boxes. I was like, "Oh." He goes, we want to go in the fort. And I was like, no, the fort is just a Friday. Well, why can't we go in the fort on Saturday? I was like, you can't. I'm like, it's Fort Friday.
It's my rules.
It's not Fort
right.
Saturday.
I'm at Matt Vrzal, your boss.
My
so
fort, no girls allowed.
Right.
And then they finally broke
On
down.
the door, right? Yeah.
And so we had the fort booked Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was like,
Did you have like a little Calendly
ahead.
link to book it?
no, they just standing tight. It's like golf, standing tee times.
He had the fort booked.
That's hilarious. But I understand because it's a lot easier than like say a tailgate in the country with a
Right.
30 pack, right? Because you got somebody, you got cold, you got seats, it's way nicer. But
Yeah.
tailgate in the country is not bad either.
But I wasn't, I'll be
yeah.
honest, I wasn't far behind him.
Yeah.
I mean, you missed the social.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I got to go sit and
That's-
talk to some human being.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
I got
I'll
so
tell
in
you.
touch with like college and high school drama. I was like, I just can't.
I
do
can't.
this.
Yeah.
I have to have an adult.
Did
Social-
you ever like start the conversation where somebody comes to work and goes, so what's happened with Becky? Are
No,
you okay? Tell me, fill me in.
nah.
No, you're not that guy.
I was like, I was like, hey. I'm like, well, they'd all be in the back. So the rules of Paisans, you can be on your phone. It just has to be not in sight of a customer.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to be way in the back. Well, they're all back there and they're, giggling. And I was like, that better not be what I think it is. And they all just look up. I'm like, okay. If a young woman is sending you pictures that are intended for you,
Oh my God.
showing Huey, Dewey, and Louie probably isn't your best bet. Because as soon as you close that,
Yeah.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie are going to text her.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
or
so
at least
let's-
Huey. One of them.
Down, right?
One of them.
But no, so I was
Dewey,
in
and
on
Louie.
I learned about video games and shit I don't want to know about, but
Yeah.
I knew about a lot of it.
It was just one of the struggles of the pandemic.
The COVID.
That's a COVID. Thanks to
the COVID.
COVID.
Got it.
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that everything's kind of turning around.
Yeah.
Things are moving on forward.
Yeah.
And we do want you to get back in and do your podcast.
Yeah, no. That's
We
a
got to
lot.
find a way. I know.
But I know you have all that equipment, but it'd be easier just to roll in here. We'll produce
Do
the
it,
shit
we'll
out
take
of it,
care of it.
and just roll. Give us 45 minutes a
You
week.
think I can't record it on my thing? You're
I
gonna
think you
produce
can.
it- You're going to produce it anyway.
I
Yeah.
think you can, but I think it changes your frame of mind when you come into the studio.
Yes.
Is a little more.
And if you're on Sasha's schedule and you don't show up, it's
she will kick
her.
your butt.
She'll kick your ass, not us.
Yeah.
Okay. You act like I'm fearful of Sasha.
Everybody else is.
Sasha, Matt's not afraid of you.
She knows. She said, I'm not afraid of you. I said, Sasha knows that.
Yeah. She just peeks in, guns out, ready to go.
And then,
She's been working
and
out.
then walked away.
And then walked.
And then walked away. Yep.
She's waiting for you on the other side of the door.
That's what she
though.
does. Then you think about it, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are busy. I'm
Yeah.
glad you've grown it to what
It's
it
been
is.
good. We got about another month, and then we'll be moving to the new place.
Yeah, where's the new place?
112th and John Galt. Just 112th and
Is there
Q.
like a hair college over there?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Omaha Steaks is over there.
Yeah, Omaha Steaks has like 6 stores.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're
Tired
headquartered
Texan? Are
over
you
there.
by Tired Texan?
I don't think so.
I think it's
Isn't there a
closed.
hotel on the corner?
Oh, yes,
yes.
there is.
Okay, when you
We're
make a
just
right
south
turn,
of
there's a
there.
hotel.
Yeah, right there.
And
To your
108th
right
and L.
is Tired
Are you guys
Texan.
sure it's 112th and John
Yeah.
Galt? Yeah, there is tired.
I
Texan.
usually drive over on Q and then go north on John Galt
Oh, I got you.
to go that way to there. So I
Oh,
don't.
you fancy.
Yeah. Me fancy.
Taking the back, country girl takes the back road.
Take
Yeah,
back
and then
roads.
backs her
I won't
truck
be on
in.
that
And back my
interstate.
trucks in. That's
I
that
won't
way.
be on that L Street.
My
Too
son
much traffic.
we went to Village Inn on yesterday morning because it was his last day of high school ever. So I took him to Village Inn, and he pulled into the parking lot, turned it, and backed into the parking stall. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, well, because he got in that accident in Millard West, backed out a little hot and hit somebody. He's like, I'm never backing out of anything ever
Right.
again.
It makes total sense.
It's pre-planning.
Yeah,
That's all
I
it
mean,
is.
I get it. I get it.
You got to back up one way or the other,
yeah.
on one side or the other.
I get
right?
it. It's
So-
Outside of today, I'd rather get to backing up out of the way early and just drive away.
Yeah, that's gonna be the name of today's podcast. Get the backing up out of the way
Out
early.
of the way.
Yeah.
All right,
Fantastic.
Verz.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
coming by.
See you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's Pat and JT. So Verz every Thursday with us.
Is that going to work for you?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. That's all Sasha if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Come on!
JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.